Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Give It Since 92. Give you guys the latest on your new favorite artists, new music, and all the etc. above. And I'm here. This is going to be a rant. I am going to be honest. People have made their videos, so your girl decided to make her own video as well. We're talking about the one and only Kelly Rowland. Let's get to the nitty gritty. I know I will ruffle some feathers. I don't care because I've seen it coming and people are finally seeing the light. So anyway, Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland is successful, period. Now recently, Kelly Rowland, there was a documentary or behind the scenes for her recording her upcoming new album. She has put out some few songs from that project, and she said it. This is from Kelly Rowland's words. This is her experience, and it is what it is. She said that she have always felt like she was second best. Let me repeat. She has always felt like she was second best. And I'm going to tell y'all something. This is the reason why I'm going to rant and I'm going to say what I got to say. If people be mad at my video and when I post it, it's all good because I'm here to challenge. And when the dragon awakens, it is what it's going to be. So anyway, my thing is about Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland has always been talented, period. There's no way in hell, especially Kelly Rowland's successful music career, and as a solo artist, I feel like Kelly Rowland, people did not support her how they should have supported her after her success from a girl group, Destiny's Child. So for her getting to her solo career, she basically, just like any other solo artist, she had to find a lane for herself in music. She had to be creative, and besides from Destiny's Child, she wanted to stand out as a solo artist. And Kelly Rowland, to me, she has always been successful, period. I don't care about this, like I said, shoulda, woulda, coulda, because at the end of the day, it's irrelevant. Because we could say all the things, shoulda, woulda, coulda, it's still irrelevant. She's still making her music. She has a couple of hit records up under her belt. Her name speaks for itself alone as a household name, period. But I do see why people see their frustration in how Kelly Rowland's music career really, she had success, but they wanted Kelly Rowland to have much more of a successful career for herself. And there are a number of factors that Kelly Rowland has faced in the music industry, and I will talk about this, and I will do my best to talk about this. And I think that even for her as a solo artist, it's like I think that Kelly really tried her best to maintain longevity in the music business. After her success in the girl group Destiny's Child, she really was looking forward. I know she really was excited to start off her solo career. And when she started off her solo career, she really, like I said, tried to get people to still, like I said, pay attention to her, to still be interested in her and her music as a solo artist. And it is challenging for some people. I mean, for people who have been in a successful band and now they're venturing off to the solo career aspect, it's a different ball game. So she really pushed herself to have people still be interested in her and be like, okay, Kelly Rowland, she's a solo artist now, so she's going to put out her solo music. So I have to be honest, looking back at this and looking back at Kelly Rowland's solo career as a music artist, period, she has done well for herself. She really has done well. The only thing that really was a challenge for her was the comparisons to her group members and colorism. And like I said, being a successful black woman in the music business and the stigma of, well, only a few can have mainstream success. And let's get to Kelly Rowland and let's talk about how she's faced challenges of the standards of the music business, of like what she looks like as a black woman. And Kelly Rowland, she is a dark-skinned black woman. She's beautiful, okay? And as far as I'm concerned, I find it very ironic for me, and it's really pains me to see how really throughout the years I grew up listening to like different artists, and there are dark-skinned successful black artists that have been in the music business that have achieved success. They have hit records under their name. Kelly Rowland has never been any different, period. The only fucking problem is the way how it's set up. Like I said, she, her look, like I said, there's not really too many like her. You know what I'm saying? There have been many before her that look like her, and they have had accomplishments and they have achieved success in music, period. But it's like, really, for her, I could tell that every time she put out music over the years, I just wondered sometimes. I was like, okay, sis keeps putting out good music. She has a great ear of music. She got the look, the appeal, everything about her. It's just everything. It's just very organic and it's authentic. She can sing, she can dance, all the above. She writes, she produces her music. The issue is Kelly Rowland has just struggled behind the scenes in her music career, and she felt like she wasn't good enough. Or like she said, she spilled the tea, she spilled information. She said, from her words, from her mouth, she said, I always have felt like second best. And honestly, I respect her for telling her story, for being vulnerable, for expressing her frustration, her anger, her pain, feeling like self-doubt that, looking at her other group members, and I'm gonna get to her, so hold on tight, y'all. Hold on tight. Relax. I'm gonna get there later. Like, she felt like she was in somebody else's shadow, and she had a voice and her creativity, her lane, her style. So she always felt like, in a way, I see why she said that. I can see why how she said, how she always felt like that. Like, yeah, she's talented, and she knows she's talented. She never denied her being talented. No. The issue is because being in somebody else's shadow, and then the people around, like I said, the media, the general public, the music consumers, it's like, really, for her, it was a struggle for her to even go through, like, wanting people to take her music seriously, to take her music just as seriously as other people. And really, to be honest, I think it's some bullshit for some people. They'll try to discredit her for an obvious number of reasons. And I'm going to say it like this. Look, you don't have to be a fan of Kelly Rowland. You don't even have to like her music. But you cannot deny the fact that this chick has really, like I said, she really is one of, like, in my opinion, one of the talented artists and one of the best artists of her generation. Yeah, she may have not gotten, like, the success as so-and-so or everybody else, but I feel like some bullshit, because her success is her success. No one can take that away from her. She has worked her ass off too, okay? And I know that as a music critic, I'm not going to dismiss Kelly Rowland's accomplishments. I'm not going to throw shade at her. I'm not going to deny, like I said, what she had to, go through, what she's up against, because I'm a music critic and I know and I follow, like I said, Destiny's Child ever since I was a little girl, and Destiny's Child, it's like they are like one of the popular and talented girl groups of their generation. I grew up with Destiny's Child. My little black ass, I was singing Say My Name. I was singing Bills, Bills, Bills. I was singing Jumpin', Jumpin'. I was singing, Cater to You. I was singing Bootylicious. I was singing like Girl. I was singing Lose My Breath. I was singing, what's some other songs? Gosh. Back Down Memory Lane. I was singing all of their hit records. And I just think that even during Destiny's Child, let's take a walk back down memory lane. Like Kelly, the way how they were marketed. You know what I'm saying? And I understand about marketing, I understand about image, I understand about an artist or artists, they're promoting themselves, they're promoting a brand. What do they represent? So Kelly and Beyonce and Latavia and Latoya, they started out off as 4 group members. So you see 4 black young girls, trying to make it big in the music business. And I'm gonna tell you something. I love the Destiny's Child for who they were from the beginning. I just love their music, and I could tell they had a chemistry and they really gelled well. They just catered to the R&B and the pop and the hip hop. They had their own swag. They were like tomboy, tomgirl. It was a lot of femininity, but it had that sass and that appeal. They catered to young girls and even older people too. But they were mature for their age. Their music was really dope. They can all sing. They could sing their faces off. Harmonies, notes, all of that above. So during my generation, really, and it pains me to see how times have changed in music. Nowadays, it ain't really about talent no more. It's about, your looks. Anybody can be signed to a record deal, but back in the day, you had to be talented. And Kelly and Beyonce and Latavia and Latoya, they were talented. They had talent, period. They had the look, the image. And even with Kelly Rowland being in Destiny's Child, like I said, her being, a black girl, a young black girl during the time, but also, like I said, as I look back at some of these pictures and photo shoots, I'd be like, okay, Kelly, she had a role in the group just like everybody else. Beyonce would be lead singing a lot of times because Beyonce, that's just how it was presented. But then Beyonce didn't really she didn't sing lead all the time. I mean, if I would go back, I think some of the songs Kelly would sing first too, or Latoya, or Latavia, but I gotta get back. But then Beyonce would sing, and then Kelly would sing. And Kelly's voice, her voice is beautiful. Her voice has always have been sultry, been raspy, but in a good way. She has that soul in her voice, and she has a lot of that. Kelly has always been pretty much when it comes to singing, she can sing her face off. But in Destiny's Child, I saw how as time went on, like I said, when they had their success as 4 group members, and then of course when Latavia and Latoya, they moved on, and then it was another girl, Farrah, was in the group for a little while, and then Michelle came in, so they replaced Latavia and Latoya, so we already know about that. Then after that, things didn't go well with Farrah, so it was remaining Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. And still, like I said, they made it work for them. They made it work. They were still able to appeal to their audience as time went on. I remember the era of their second album. Gosh, I know their second album. I can't remember. This is the era of Survivor, Bootylicious. I mean, all those great records. But see, Kelly, I've always felt like Kelly, to me, she should have gotten more like, I mean, she has gotten credit being in a group, period, in Destiny's Child, period. But I feel like after time went on, that's when, after the success of Destiny's Child, they continue, going, selling out shows and tours, and they really like managed to sustain their relevancy in music, because Destiny's Child, they were everywhere. And I was still little, I was still young, I was going into like middle school. They were still around up until I think the end of middle school. That's when they broke up. Well, not broke up, but they disbanded, they moved on. And I just grew up with Destiny's Child. I grew up with their music. I saw how like they really gelled together as a group. And so it's like the last era of Destiny's Child. I'm sorry, let me go back, because I'm pretty much, okay, I'm good, okay, that's fine. The era of Destiny's Child, Destiny's Fulfilled, right? So that was the last era, the last album they put out together as a group. And I have to be honest, as time went on, I did see Kelly Rowland. She showed more of herself in the group. Like, she started singing more parts, and even with Michelle, Kelly started like showing, more of like who she is, as an individual in the group. Not to say that she hasn't before, even when the group started in the early days. No, she has. But I started seeing her coming out of her shell more. I started seeing her like embracing who she is as a person, as an individual in the group, which is a great thing, because this was when, during that time, they were getting ready, like I said, disband, going with their solo projects. Even before, let me get it right, they started doing their solo careers after a few hours with each other, and then they came back reunited for like the group to do the Destiny's Child, Destiny's Fulfilled. So really in between, like I said, there was a time where they was, as they were a group, right? And then they did their solo careers, and then they came back and did more music as a group. So I got it right. So talking about Kelly Rowland's solo career is really bittersweet. It's 50-50, but at the end of the day, it's not like Kelly never ever had potential to be a huge superstar or have the it factor, have that appeal. No, she have always had that. But when we talk about like colorism, and we talk about, that, Kelly Rowland, she dealt with people criticizing her of her potential to be a huge superstar, to be a huge mainstream breakout star. And some people didn't really see it for her because of the color of her skin. And unfortunately, it happens, and it's true. Like, it's crazy to me, because like I said, when I see other people, dark skinned black artists before this generation, and they were able to make good music and sell and market themselves, I'm like, what's the difference with Kelly Rowland and the rest of them? What's the freaking difference? Like, what's the fucking difference? But see, the thing is too, Kelly Rowland, pretty much, I think people failed her. They didn't know how to market her, or they lacked having the resources to promote her more as time went on in her solo music career. She has always made good music, period. So I just feel like, yeah, okay, some cases, some people have had their opinions. Well, she doesn't really have the it factor, the superstar, factor, but the color of her skin is, that was an issue of like, like I said, behind the scenes music business. You know, like I said, you got some people, they, you know, they think, oh well, if you're lighter skinned, you know, you're more marketable, you're easier to market to the general public. So no matter if you got a dark skinned singer or rapper, whatever, yeah, singer, rapper in the music business, there's this stigma of, oh well, really nobody ain't checking for you. Yeah, you're talented, but really people not checking for your kind, because it's ignorance, but hey, it's just reality. But for Kelly Rowland in her solo music career, you know, she has put out, what, 4 albums? She's put out, you know, a body of work. And every time that she's put out music, I just feel like, even when I look at like her image, you know, how, you know, her marketing, you know, how, you know, just her overall look. And it's like, yeah, I do see why, how she felt the way she felt. I feel like, you know, she had to love herself, and she had to not give a fuck about people, what they thought of her, whether they thought, oh, okay, well, she doesn't, you know, she doesn't have it, you know. But she had struggled with the color of her skin. She even said it. She struggled when she was a little girl. She said, you know, often at times I would compare myself to other people. I didn't feel like beautiful. I didn't feel like, you know, like I'm as beautiful just like everybody else. And that's why I think that, you know, like I said, I do have empathy for dark-skinned black people. I really do. I'm not a dark-skinned black person. I haven't, I mean, I can't, I mean, for me to go through like experience as a dark-skinned black person, it's irrelevant to me because I'm not dark-skinned, but I love dark-skinned black people, dark-skinned people, period, general. But what I'm saying is that it's a different ball game for them. It's not like, oh, this is something they're making up. No. But for Kelly to still persevere and still be resilient, and to put out quality bodies of work, to put out solid albums, to put out good music, and stay consistent. And yes, you know, she had struggled with like just getting the right people to promote her music, promote her brand, promote her as an artist. I mean, she did the best that she could, you know, to get the people like in her circle. But I also feel like, I don't really think, you know, the same people that holler be like, well, you know, Kelly, is unfair for her to still be like that underrated. Yeah, it is unfair because, I mean, look at, like I said, she is a household name. It's not like nobody don't know who she is. It's not like nobody don't know her music. It's just that she has battled that, you know, disturbing stigma, the mentality that, you know, her talent was like such a real threat, you know. And really, it's like, I know that it took for her years to realize that, listen, I've always been worthy of my talent. You know, I am who I am. I'm Kelly Rowland. I can't be nobody but me. So Kelly Rowland pretty much, like I said, you know, to me, I think she's the underdog. She's one of the underdogs in the music business, because I think that even with her, she should have got with people that knew how to market her properly, you know, behind the scenes, get her music out, stay consistent, you know, and book shows and even promote her more. She would have been further in her music career. And what I mean by that, further, I mean she would have gotten more I would say she would have been more successful, you know. But I don't mean it like she's not successful, no. But especially, you know, that kind of machine, a machine like a push to, you know, promote her music, you know. So it's like, looking at how, you know, she has grown and showed artistic growth as an artist, And really I think a lot of people underestimate her, period, because some people, like I said, they're used to listening to who's like real popular, like who's really out. But I've always thought that Kelly Rowland, she's popular. I always thought she was popular too. I really have, because as I look back and reflect back, like throughout the years listening to like music, and even after, like I said, even Destiny's Child, and then like when Destiny's Child went their solo careers, and I looked at Kelly Rowland over the years, I said, Kelly Rowland, she should be bigger. She should be more, she already got a lane. And then she's really doing the damn thing in music, because every time she puts out something new, it's hot, it's edgy, it's fresh. She's very like, she's just, it's almost like she's in her own lane. She's on some next level stuff. She really is. And I think people need to start appreciating her, period, because I just think that the excuses of like, well, she don't take her music serious. Well, let me rephrase this. She doesn't care about, her music. She's not taking it seriously to promote her music. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You're not in this woman's shoes, okay? You can holler all the hell you want. That's fine. I respect your opinion, even though I disagree with that. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I just could never imagine feeling like I'm second best. Feeling like, no matter how hard I work, and my work ethic is really like, I'm doing the damn thing, I'm really serious, and people, they just cannot get their head out their asses and be like, you know what, this chick got something going on. This chick, she got something, she got like that passion. She got like that, risk taker. She got more like that, I will, conquer, in a good way. Like, I'm out here getting it. I believe in my vision. And I think people try to downplay Kelly Rowland throughout the years. I really think that Kelly Rowland pretty much had to fight for her life, to promote her music, and even to get people to listen to what she got to say, or listen to how, her, I guess, just see who she is as an artist, period. And stop comparing her to everybody else. Stop comparing her to even so-and-so. I'm not about to do it. I'm about to do it. So I'll do a little countdown. And Kelly Rowland, she just wants to be artistically free. And want people to appreciate her for who she is as an artist and as an entertainer. And, she really, like I said, it does pain me. It pained me a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm like, it's frustrating to see talented artists like her, and she's not the only one, but especially a talent like her. She should have got, like, people that believe in her vision and stay consistent. And that's how people, they kind of do look at her like, wow, she got all this talent. What's going on? What's up? Why isn't her music isn't being played consistently or being promoted as much as everybody else? But I do believe that things will change for her. I think that, she is starting to, like I said, come out, and talk about how she struggled, in her personal life. But I also think that, regardless, she has really became resilient and made good music. Now, countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, comparisons. Little rant. Actually, it's going to be a huge rant. Y'all going to wake up a dragon. Stop comparing Kelly Rowland to Beyonce. Stop comparing her to Beyonce, okay? Because this has been the fucking issue for years, and Kelly Rowland has dealt with this issue for years. And feeling like she has been in Beyonce's shadow. Now, I'm a huge Beyonce fan too. I love Beyonce. But Kelly Rowland is great, period. Okay? Kelly Rowland and Beyonce are two great black artists. They're two great black queens who have really paved the way, sacrificed, and done everything for their music. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I might, ruffle some people's feathers. I don't care. Because as much as people, like I said, Kelly Rowland, she is her own lane. Kelly Rowland has always been the best for herself. She is not second best to Beyonce. And this is what Kelly has struggled, because every single time, even when she would promote her projects, even when she would promote her albums, people would freaking bring up Beyonce every single time. Everything is not always about Beyonce, okay? Everything's not always about Beyonce. Okay, I'm tired of people kissing Beyonce's ass. I'm tired of people sucking Beyonce's ass. Beyonce is great. Let Beyonce be great. But Kelly Rowland is great. Okay? She is great for herself as well. And it's like, even when people kind of made it seem like the media and general public trying to make it seem like that Kelly was always second best to Beyonce, or Kelly was like in Beyonce's shadow, and then trying to make it seem like, well, Kelly Rowland, she's jealous of Beyonce's success. She's jealous of Beyonce getting more, support. She getting more, she's jealous of Beyonce's success. I'm like, guys, and like I said, I don't even know Kelly or Beyonce personally. I don't know them. But what I'm saying, I could tell that looking at their friendship throughout the years, I know they have had their disagreements on things between them two. Maybe, they may have had some arguments. But I can tell over the years, Beyonce has showed support to Kelly Rowland. She has showed her sister, who she dominated with in a girl group, and they slayed it, and they fucked shit up in music, and they did the damn thing together. Okay, like seriously, if I had a homegirl that I slayed in music with, like we did the damn thing. I mean, of course people gonna have their disagreements. Of course people gonna have their arguments, and it's okay. Fight, cuss each other out, and then maybe a couple days, weeks later, we get back together, and it'd be like nothing didn't happen. But this is the thing. I just think that even the friendship between Kelly Rowland and Beyonce, it just shows and speaks how really it's sad that, people, try to make it seem like, well, Kelly, Rowland was just, Beyonce's friend. I'm like, y'all, listen. Destiny's Child, like I said, who they are. And like I said, I just feel like even throughout the years, when I see Kelly Rowland, how she has blossomed into her own artist, and she has blossomed to her own businesswoman, she really has come a long way. She really has come a long way. And I'm proud of Kelly Rowland. I think that, like I said, it's just time for people to wake up and smell the coffee and realize that Kelly has always been the best. Kelly has always been the best. She is among the best of the best, period. You're going to have more than one people who are the best, and that's just how it is. Yeah, okay, people going to have their opinions and their perspectives and all that. But it's like, I would rather be around people who are great just like me. I would rather learn from people who are great just like me. I can learn from them. I can study them, encourage them, take constructive criticism. And that's from genuineness at the bottom of my heart. I think that people are so obsessed with this, I don't know, superiority, or this I don't know, I guess it's this, well, so-and-so is all the way at the top and other people are all the way at the bottom. I'm like, okay, I can see from that perspective, but it shouldn't be that way, because everybody's working their ass off. Everybody is trying to make a name for themselves. And even for Kelly Rowland, for her sake, for her sanity, for her mind, body, and soul and spirit, Kelly Rowland to me has always been humble. She's also has always been dedicated, passionate. And I think that Kelly pretty much, her music has always spoke for itself. And I really look forward for Kelly's new music. I want to see what she's going to do with this new album, because she's put out, like I said, a couple new projects. She's put out the Kelly Rowland edition, which is an EP. I did a review, go check it out. I did a review on her song Kelly that she put out last year, a couple months ago. Go check that out. I talked about, excited for her new album. But this is really, it's almost like a reflection and therapeutic, like kind of like for Kelly to where she's at in her life right now, her challenges that she faced, her obstacles that she overcame. I think this new album, I'm really excited because I think it will be like a testament for her to be like, listen, I've always been that chick. I've always been the best. I've never been second best. And for her to feel the way she felt, it's really painful to see that she felt like that. She felt like she wasn't as successful enough. And I can relate too. So I know how it is. But on a good note, leaving off at a good note, I think that Kelly Rowland, to me, she will always be recognized for her music, and I think we need to step our game up and support her and show her love. And for Kelly Rowland fans, when you guys see this video, I really do support this lady. I think that we all know what we have to do as fans. I did my best. I ranted, but it's all good because I just had to get everything off my chest. So anyway, so yeah, I think that, you know, in due time, when she puts out her new album, we'll see, you know, like what direction of music is she going for this time around. I think that Kelly, in my opinion, I would love to hear the R&B, hip-hop, the pop, and even a new sound for Kelly, because Kelly's music has always been dope. She's also have been like an innovator too. She's always reinvented herself. But it's just that with her, she just dealt with like the bias and the, you know, criticism and the like underappreciation of like her talent, of her work and music. And I think it's going to change. I think right now at this point, I think people should just pay attention to what she's going to do and what she's going to put out now. And then when the time comes for her to put out new music, we just gotta save up and support her and do what it do. So that's all I gotta say, Miss Kelly Rowland. That's it. I'm getting everything off my chest. I think I've wrapped everything up, what I need to say. So yeah, I just wanted to just say what I had to say about Kelly Rowland. And Kelly Rowland fans, if you guys see this video, watch this video, give me a shout out, share your thoughts, share your opinions down below. I would love to have a one-on-one dialogue conversation with my subscribers, my commenters, because if you're a music lover and you are a fan of Kelly Rowland, don't be afraid to stop by on this channel, spill your little heart out, say what you gotta say. I'm here for the dialogue. The conversation is here, and yeah, it is what it is. So I look forward for Kelly Rowland, her new music. Kelly Rowland to me has always been a talented artist. I've always have liked her as an artist, as a person. She's humble, she's sweet, down to earth, and we need to appreciate her and give her flowers and really, like, you know, be there for her, because I think that it's really, like I said, the underdogs, no matter what, people can underestimate the underdogs, but they will always come out on top. So that's why, you know, seeing Kelly Rowland. So yeah, guys, tell me what are your thoughts, tell me what are your opinions. Don't be afraid to comment, like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to hit that notification bell. And stay tuned as always. Your girl getting ready to give you guys on the always exclusive content on your favorite artists, new artists, music, exclusive content. And yeah, so you know your girl signing out as always. So stay tuned on the next episode of Gifted Since 92 Dragon Ball Z narrative reference. Alright, y'all. Peace. Bye bye.